Good afternoon. What is a cool, bright, and sunny day? It is Sunday, the 5th of November, and I've got a nice hot cup of tea. It's Guy Fawkes Day, and a package to continue. Well, actually, a complete unboxing. Now, what I have pulled out of here already, so I get hold of it because it's quite well stuck in here. Oh, yeah, now what's to come? There we go. Is Electric Mangrove by the Dead Robots. This is published by Games Omnivorous, Portuguese publisher, for whom I do an occasional bit of editing and really enjoy working with. Andre is such a lovely guy. And I've already done an unboxing of that and really enjoyed looking at that because I didn't know that was the intended format for the content. But what that does leave me to unbox is this little slim volume, The Job. This is by Andre Nova. It's a Games Omnivorous book, and okay, you're after the good stuff: gems, diamonds, gold bullion, a Picasso painting, Fabergé eggs, the Queen's crown. Nothing short will do. You live fast, think fast, and move fast. The Job is a tabletop role-playing game. In conventional RPGs, winning or losing is irrelevant. This game has a clear objective: to pull off a heist. You either do it or you don't. The game is played in two phases: preparation and action. In the first phase, players devise their master plan. In the second, they put it into action and discover how ill-prepared they were. This is played with a teetering dice stack that may fall with a failed action, potentially compromising the entire heist. So in a sense, think Jenga, the wooden tower block game, but with dice. And the thing is, with that kind of mechanic, okay, I've already said before that I'm not a fan of Jenga as a game. I don't even think it's necessarily a game. It's a game of dexterity. For me, it's just a game of dexterity and nothing else. But what I do find interesting is when it's actually used as a device for tension. Like in Dread, but basically in Dread the role-playing game, and then Dread the Judge Dredd 2000, the interpretation. So we open up, and this isn't obviously using a Jenga tower, but it is using something similar, the Tower of Dice. So this is a game of glorious heists and everything that can go wrong in them. Okay, and we've got a contents page and credits page, and it's a slim book. It's only 46 pages or so on. It tells you what this is and how to read the book, gives you the basics. And essentially designed to be played at about an hour and a half, about 3 hours, with each phase, the preparation phase and the action phase, taking about an hour and a half each. So, and then it starts involving, setting up the crew, introducing and creating characters, and essentially the characters themselves are not defined by stats, but by their infantry and stunts. This is designed because the thing is, don't need stats because this is all designed for one shots. So we have, like the Animal Hunter has stunts like Here Kitty or Nothing Go Wrong. The boss has Gifts of Charm or Plan Master. The Bruiser has Brute Force, Martial Arts. So let's show you the Animal Handler and the boss. So we've got the con artist, and we are dealing with archetypes here. Like the con artist with trickster, resourcefulness, a major forger, the genius, hacker, security specialist, etc. The grease man with nimble, hide in shadows, not today. The pickpocket, safe cracking, steal the stack. The wheelman, driving, fender bender, and so on. And if what you're kind of thinking there is all these characters archetypes, I think it's sort of like, I'm thinking a little bit of Leverage, the role-playing game, which is based upon the television series, and the Leverage itself came out, 2010, something like that, from Margaret Weiss Productions, and is a really good adaptation of the television series and the heist style of play. But We have, and that's long out of print, difficult to get hold of. So you have this perhaps as an alternative. So then we have the section on setting the budget and what extravagant. Whether you're mixing it up between extravagant gear, common crap, vehicles. We've got a list of extravagant gear there, and very quickly through that, there isn't a list of common crap because hey, it's common enough. You should know it. How to prepare the game, with the plan, the brief, complications overview, the plan, and setting and the primer for scenes. And then optional, how to set up scenes. Nicely shot with sort of like a bit of the camera in play there, and the plan. And then we get into the action, and what you're going to need is you're going to need that stack of 6-sided dice. And we have an example here of the French job, not the Italian job, the French job. How that is set up, how that is played, and then I'm taking you where no player should go. No players beyond this point, referees only. So if you're a player, stop watching. So we have the task of the job, the task of referee in the job. And it covers basically the brief, the preparation, the action, looking at her point of view. We do have a referee frequently asked questions, so it's addressing issues that can happen. And then post heist, we have the escape, the getaway. How well will that go? And then creating briefs. Essentially, this is what This is setting up the sort of like the setup, establishing what the characters need to do in this mission, this heist or this mission. And we have an example brief, low-hanging fruit. So for example, we have objects, lots of cash, dollar bills, place Madison Square Gardens, budget 500,000. Complications, security cameras on all floors, elevator activated by retinal scanner, security chief, biometrically locked walk-in vault, director's fingerprints and club owner's voice, massive crowd of spectators, police present everywhere during the game, heat sensor in the corridor leads to the vault. And this is done as sort of like a COD movie poster, complete with rating there, PG-13. So that's, you don't have to do it, but you could actually just really kind of set this up for your player characters, and basically, for your characters, the players, and sort of just show this is the movie poster for the heist you're about to commit, and the sections there, they're not going to be there explicitly, and we've got another one. So you've got sample briefs that the referee can bring to the table automatically. Fish and golden chips, and you get the horns, marble-like flesh, and there's a lovely sense of action. I like this sort of like the falling figures there, which are very Saul Bass, very. If you know your movie history, you know your history of sort of like opening and closing credits. Like, for example, the most famous one, I think, you started with Saul Bass, is I think it's Anatomy of a Murder, with James Stewart. Very kind of 60s in its styling of these movie posters, so they do kind of give you a kind of tone and feel to them. You almost want to cast the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., in these roles to go and do these missions, sort of like, our, period, Ocean's 11, or of course you can bring it up to date with the more modern iterations of the series. And then at the end here it does talk about compatibility, including, converting characters, budgets, and using these rules in other games. And lastly, we have tables. It's basically forms for the plan. And then basically you've got basically you have an OGL, basically a Creative Commons international license for the job at the end there. So that then is a little sort of basically indie style storytelling role-playing game of one particular genre, kind of a classic of the indie style storytelling movement, which was very popular, very big in the noughties and then into the early sort of like tweenies. Not so much now, but I mean, there's always scope for a game like this. This is slim, little. You basically need some dice and some pencils and sort of like some notes to really run this, and you can go. So yeah, that's the job. A Games Omnivorous book. It's going to be available now, of course. So if you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll typically see me out here with a box not typically containing a long playing record combined with a role playing scenario, but more likely a little role playing book like this, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge. All, of course, accompanied by a nice cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.